Hello and welcome. Thanks so much for joining me today. My name's Melissa and I'm so excited to show you something I've been working on. So one thing I love to do is go to thrift stores, yard sales, garage sales, you name it, I will be there. And I love taking a look at baskets. There's nothing I love more than using baskets in my home for decor. I can use them for blankets, pillows, flowers, storage, and anything else to my heart's content. I'd like to walk you through some ways of how I use these thrift store baskets and place them as wall decor or a wall collage. Now, I also had to incorporate a few DIY projects along the way, and I will show you that momentarily. So let's check it out.
All right, so like I said, I went thrift store shopping and I found these amazing baskets. Some I may use, some I may not, but hey, I picked it up for another project. But then I also went to Winners, and I absolutely love HomeSense Winners, and I did find this wall basket decor already ready to hang, and so I chose to pick that up too. Now I did need to add a little bit more, and so I decided to DIY it. So I picked up this plastic plate with this jute rope, and I used a braided one, and I started with glue gun. And if you notice, I added the end of the rope a little bit past the middle and tried to overlap the first few times I went around with the jute rope. And that was really just to hide the ends so that it looks really smooth and you wouldn't actually know where it started. So I was really careful with this particular jute because it was braided. It kept wanting to fold around. And so I was just really cognizant of that and tried to keep it flat. And I think the key to this is to really make sure the glue gun is actually hardened, like the glue has hardened, and it will help it to stay there. And then I just went around and around a little bit at a time, adding a little dab of glue so that it's not showing too much through the jute rope, but that it's allowing it to be secure. So for this particular plate, there was a little bit of a lip to it. And so I really just went with it and started making sure that I was going along the edge and creating an edge that was rope and not the plastic. And then when I was finished, I cut off the rope and really just tried to secure the end with some glue. And I had burnt myself way too much in this project, so I actually decided to try to use something like the end of these scissors, and that really helped because I could do that without continuing to burn my hands. And there you go, there's the first one. So next I took more jute rope, and this is the 5mm. And again, I'm starting the glue in the middle, but centering that end just a little bit off so that I can overlap the first few rounds. And really, again, that's just to disguise and hide the the end of the rope so that it looks like a nice store-bought project. So again, the same method, I am just spinning it around a little bit of glue at a time so that I'm not overdoing it with the glue and it's still adhering. And this one wasn't as hard because it didn't matter if the rope was spinning or not because it's all looks the same. I'm not trying to show the braid on it. So again, a little bit at a time. And this was the same kind of plate as the last one, and it did have that lip. So I went with it again and then just glued around the edge of the plastic plate so that you wouldn't see any plastic. And this time to hide the end, when I finished cutting it, I did try to glue it behind just so that it looked a little bit more store-bought than usual. And there you have it. I have both types of basket looking DIY plates that are all ready. And so I tried to speed this up a little bit, but hey, this process, there is a process to this chaos here. And I was really just trying to lay it out. So I threw my ottoman over to the side and used my floor as the wall. I did make a point to measure the wall to make sure that not only did I like it, but that it would also fit. And then I literally walked around the baskets and I found that when I flipped it around, it made sense. It looked to me like it was all ready. So I used a combination of these 3M command strips and some push pins because hey, why not? So here is my wall that I'm decorating. There's the before. I don't dislike the decorations, but I've had them for a few years and I was ready for a change. So I started with a blank wall, and using what I had previously placed out, I was just starting to tack them up to make sure that I actually liked the look of it on the wall. And guess what? I really didn't. So I went back to square one and I went with a smaller arrangement. And again, I'm playing it by eye, I should say. And I cut it out, but I really had to go back and forth, back and forth. Excuse the hair. I guess I have no excuse for that wonky hair there, but there is the finished product. And to me, it still felt a little bit bare, but I've got the grounds to it. So just adding a little bit of greenery and some pillows and flowers. I'm really starting to add more decor. Now, this is just the first step because there really is some more touches that I would like to make to this hallway. So stay tuned.
So what did you think? I hope this video and these DIY projects have helped you to spark a little inspiration for yourself. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please consider liking and subscribing. It always helps to grow my channel. Until next time, I hope this has helped you to stay inspired.